So it's 8:30 a.m. on this dismal and not very pleasant British winter's day. Now, the worst thing about Great Britain, other than Keir Starmer, is the weather, because we don't tend to get a lot of nice weather, even in the summertime. But it is very green, and so that's one benefit. We do have these beautiful, gorgeous pasture lands and green fields and lush forestry, even though the forests are not that expansive, but we have a lot of them. So, I mean, there's benefits. And the other thing is when you've got weather like this, well, you know, we appreciate the onset of the spring and what summer we get and those sort of things. And so, you know, I really detest November, December and January. And I'd love to be able to go to live in Portugal for those 3 months, and there'll come a stage in my life when I will, when I'm more determined to do it. i.e. I've just got to write more books and promote them, which I just can't be bothered to do because I just want to enjoy myself. Anyway, people, these videos, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start doing health videos, because many of you have requested in the past, a more extensive display of what I eat and what my exercise regime is. And so, you know that I'm always training, and it's always, more difficult in the summer when you got these days. And when it's pissing down with rain and I'm walking with an umbrella and the wind's blowing and it's howling, but you've got a job to do. And it's easy not to do it during these winter months. And then before you know it, the spring's here or the summer's here, and people think, oh, I'm going to get fit for the summer. You ain't. You most certainly are not. You're going to need at least a minimum of 3 months hard training and serious dieting if you're going to see any difference in your body. So you have to do it through these not very pleasant months. And the benefits are that you just dig in, you call upon your tenacity and your determination and your discipline and regime, and you get through it. And before you know it, you're out the other end, and you reap the benefits. You look at the benefits, and as soon as the first day of sunshine and you can take your shirt off, wow, you feel fantastic. So that's what I do all my life. But in recent years, let's just say this last year in particular, the year before a little bit, but this last year, I've started to put on a couple of kilos. And there's quite a few reasons. One of the reasons is that during these winter months of hibernation, I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to eat what I want. I mean, who's looking at me? I don't have a partner, I don't have anybody to scrutinise me, I'm not about just trying to show off anywhere, this and that. So I'm like, well, I eat, white toast with copious amounts of thick butter on, and then I'll have thick cheese sandwiches, and I'll eat anything I want to, and lots of things that contain quite a large amount of sugar and fat. It's not so bad, because let's just say I'm looking now working off 6 kilos. 6 kilos is almost a stone, people, and I'm going to show you in the gym today what I look like carrying that extra weight. And the vast majority of you go, fucking hell, if I was like that, I'd be well happy. But I am like that, and I'm not well happy, because I know I can be even more happy when I'm really, really trim. And I know I can do it. So I'm going to show you today the state and condition of my body now. And, there's a couple of kilos around the midriff. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to get rid of that by scrutinising my diet, showing you what I'm eating on a day-to-day basis, what I used to eat and what I've now cut out of my diet. And I'll give you some sort of indication of the calorific content of the foods that I have been eating and will be eating. So you can get a gauge, and that way, throughout your whole day, you don't have to do any research or nothing. You know, people got busy lives, this and the other. You can pretty well just look across the board of the average foodstuffs and know what the calorific content is. I.e., for instance, a tin of soup. A tin of soup's a fucking tin of soup's a tin of soup. You know, and a friend of mine yesterday said, fucking tomato soup, that's got loads of cream in it and loads of sugar and this, that and the other. And I'm like, well, it says it's like 204 calories. So, you know, it's no more than 2 slices of fucking bread. So, whether it's made of all the fucking cream and all this and all that, it's 2 slices of fucking bread. So, you know, we have to be careful what we listen to. And then when we look at a sausage is like, if it's a chunky one, a regular, you know, fucking Cumberland sausage or something, apparently it's about 150 calories. It's only 50 calories more than a slice of fucking bread. And people would think, all the fat in the sausage and this, that and the other. But it really isn't the case. All that cholesterol really isn't the case. So, what I'm going to be doing is, it's not cutting out all the sausage and all the fat on the lamb chop, because I love those foods. I'm just going to be cutting out the amount of stuff that I eat and the unnecessary stuff. But most of all, what I tend to do, I tend to have about 800 or 1,000 calories between 9 p.m. and midnight. And I go to bed on that because I can't go to bed on an empty stomach. I can't sleep. I have to have something. But what I'm going to be doing now, instead of eating like 800 calories, you know, I would eat 4 slices of white bread with 6 slices of cheese and butter and a tin of tomato soup. So I'll be looking at 800 calories before I go to bed. And so that's the main target area which I'm going to be reducing. I'm just going to be eating a bowl of oats, let's say 200 calories, 300 calories max, or a tin of soup, 200 calories before I go to bed. So I'll be cutting off 500 or 600 calories a day. And when I do that, I'm very, very quickly going to see results. I'm not going to have to be saying, oh, I can't eat this and I can't eat that and this and the other. But I am going to be cutting down on things which aren't necessary. You know, I'm at home and if I feel a little bit peckish in the morning, most times I'll have 2 soft-boiled eggs. And they're about, less than 100 calories each. About 70 calories each for a large egg, apparently. And that's really good. So for 150 calories, you can have all those building blocks for life and set you up for the day. So I'm going to continue to do that. But what I would do on lots of occasions is I would have 2 slices of toast, thick butter. I love thick butter. And, you know, I have Marmite in general. And so those 2 slices of bread with the butter, they'd be like 300 calories. And, you know, there's little nutrition in it. And so just to have a little bit of discipline not to do that. Bags of crinkle cut spicy crisps. Love them. 300 calories a bag. Can't do it. Gotta stop it. Maybe like 4 Weetabix of an evening time with half a pint of milk. That's like 340 calories. 340 calories. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, 140 calories more than a tin of soup. But, you know, just to keep chipping away. That's what I'm going to be doing because I intend to get very, very lean. Where there's no fat on my abdomen. And, you know, that's not easy, people. It's not easy, particularly at, you know, my age. Any age, it's not easy, but when you get older, it gets harder. So I'm going to be doing all this stuff. And I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing. Now, during the winter months, I go cycling, let's say 4 times a week, in all weathers, a 6.5 mile round trip, and it's a hard cycle. and I'm pushing it, and I'm doing my fire breathing, which is for at least half the way round, and it takes half an hour. So at least half the way round, and that way I am firing in a massive influx of oxygen into my whole body, which is oxygenating my body, and it's flushing out all this shit, and it's telling my body that hang on, what's happening here? The heart's pumping and the body's, really invigorating. The body's busy anyway, and it then sends out all the appropriate enzymes to repair and to build back whatever's been destroyed and to get rid of the impurities. It keeps your body highly efficient. And what I can say, people, in my life, the main thing that I'll attribute looking younger than my years, 61, most of you will know, is that I've always kept my body under duress. You have to keep it under duress. You have to keep it kind of like threatened, with the fight or flight syndrome, whereby your heart's really pumping, and you're in a high state of can you say? I mean, I suppose it is a state of like anxiety in some way, because your body is kind of fighting for its life. When you are doing heavy exercise, like when I'm cycling, working really hard, the heart's pumping and you're heavy breathing. It's kind of like, wow, does the body really enjoy that? Does it really think that's normal, or does, when that starts to happen, the body think, hang on, something dangerous must be about? So I think that's what it does, you see, because in the old days we'd be running, we'd be hunting, and we'd be in the moment, and it would be dangerous because we'd be fighting wild animals. There'd be a lot of adrenaline pumping, and all these neurotransmitters flying through our brain, and in our blood, the cortisol and norepinephrine and adrenaline and all that different sorts of stuff. And so, how do we replicate that these days? By putting our bodies under duress, forcing our bodies into these situations. Some people go on treadmills, some people go running, some people do, lots of aerobic exercises, this and the other. That's what we have to do. And we have to put the muscles under tension as well. And when we do that, then the body sends signals to the body which tell the body, hey, we need to keep on top of this motherfucker. That's why we get increasingly fitter and fitter, because the body is being more and more efficient. So we force the body into a height of efficiency, and then when the body is very efficient, then it deals with all the fucking stuff. And I had a little bit of a throaty infection this year, and I had one last year when I was in the penitentiary, shacked up for 24 hours a day with 18 men with fucking COVID. Apparently they put us all in one fucking cell who was suspected to have COVID, but I had this really bad fucking chesty thing, and that's the only time, and last year a little bit of a sniffle in 15 years, people. And so if you're not in the close proximity with ill people, then the chances are you'll never get ill if your body's efficient and healthy. And you're always outside, and you're not in stuffy offices where people don't open the fucking windows and they're breathing people's bad breath and farts all day long. You're going to get something if you're in that environment, but I've never been in those environments. All my life I've always worked outside in any case. And so that's the healthy life, people. So I'm going to be speaking about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And it's not all about me. It's not like, oh, the Awakened Brave showing off again. He's doing all this, he's doing all that. I'm just telling you how I'm fucking doing it, so you might decide to do it. It's all about you. It's not fucking about me. To be fair, it's not about me. I'm not making these videos to show you how fucking great I am. You know how great I am. I tell you every fucking day. So I don't need to make any videos more about that. I'm the fucking cosmos. You guys know that. So I'm making these videos so you might be the fucking cosmos as well. Just an idea. Just saying. You know, most of you go, oh, I'm not the cosmos, oh, I can never be the cosmos, I'm just a little insignificant human being. Well, fucking deal with that shit then. I'm not, I'm the fucking cosmos.